Hi, I'm so super glad that you're here. I absolutely love working with entrepreneurs who step in and say, I have an idea, I have a vision, but I am not certain that it's going along as well as I think it should. I'm not impacting as many people that I want to impact. And I work with entrepreneurs that impact anywhere from, 20 to 100 people a year, all the way to thousands a year. You want to be making the impact in your local community, wherever you are within arm's reach, but also globally. There's, for most of you listening to this, there's no reason you can't make a difference globally. You want to be able to make that difference. And as a more than 3 decades entrepreneur now, I know about highs and lows. And what I know that's even worse for me than highs and lows in business is that plateau time where you just kind of drag along in the middle and you're not really sure how to accelerate your business. It's for people like you exactly that I created Influence. Influence is my 90-day program that launches into a year-long membership. It's the perfect place for an entrepreneur coach to pop in because we don't just do one thing. We hit leadership, we hit mindset, we hit your manifesting mastery, and we also go through solid business strategy. So tucked inside Influence is multiple components that has already helped hundreds of people hit success in their business. And I'm hoping that this will be perfect for you or someone like you. So I'd like to tell you just a little bit about it. And one of the first courses that you'll want to pay attention to is this whole concept of leadership mindset, because when we go in to make an impact, we're going in as a leader to make a difference. And one of the things, if there's one thing that you could take away from our conversation here right now, would be this: that one of the most successful ways to grow your own leadership, because I know you've heard this experience, knowledge or experience is the best teacher, and it's only the best teacher if you take time to go through that experience and take out what's good and say, okay, we're going to do more of that, and then observe what didn't work so well and say, okay, we're going to do less of that, and then carry on the next day with that knowledge. Leaders grow every single day, or they don't. At the end of our conversation, to commit to a habit of every single day reviewing what your leadership was like today and saying, where can I do it a little bit better tomorrow? So that's one of the strategies we're going to be going through in the leadership element of Influence. We're going to be step by step by step saying, how can you actually make more decisions faster? Because that's one of the ways that your leadership will improve more quickly. How do you grow your leadership in communication areas and in collaboration areas with other people? So we're going to be looking at that leadership. Along with that, we're going to be looking at manifestation mastery. There are 5 to 7 key steps that if you implement them, you can manifest anything. And that's whether it's a love relationship in your life, better health, better finances, the business of your dreams, the ability to impact. See, every single one of us is already manifesting every single day. But most of us aren't manifesting as much as what we want as we'd like to. And so we look around and say, oh wow, I manifested all of this stuff. Really? When we go through the manifesting mastery part of Influence, we're going to be learning how to manifest more of what you really want. And we're going to be taking those 5 careful steps through it. You can take them as quickly or as slowly as you want. You can take them as many times as you want. But when you move through manifesting mastery, you are going to learn to make your way clear and remove as many obstacles and blocks as possible. And it's a really, really super exciting part of the program. And then, of course, a huge element is business strategy. How do you get your business out there? How do you connect with people? How do you show that you're in alignment, that your solution is completely in alignment with their problem that they want a solution for? How do you do that? And we're going to be looking at, in connection and alignment, we're going to be looking at, where is your community now? Where are your potential clients hanging out now? How can you reach out to them and connect with them in a way that's beautiful and in flow and in ease, and just says, hey, I'd like to help, and know that the person on the other end is going to say, all right, I'm in. So how are you going to do that? As part of connection alignment, we are going to talk about if magazine articles is something that you should be focusing on, and we'll work on that through the program, or perhaps press releases, or speaking on stage, or building up a group where you become the leader in that group. How will you connect and align every single day, every single month, every single quarter? What is the cycle that will work for you? We're going to be working that out during our business strategy. And then the servant to sales part is really, really fun to me. And we're going to do several workshops where we go through and say, how do you serve into a sale? How can sales become something that's a place of ease, where a sale really just feels like the next step that's available? We're going to be going over that as well. And then one of my favorite parts that has been absolute magic, not only for me, but for my clients that have experienced success, is identifying obstacles to the transformation and working through them. We're going to go through a few little magic tricks in there to identify those obstacles. One of them is really when you find an obstacle in your own life, oftentimes your clients will mirror that. So we're going to be doing some work on how do you identify that, and how do you weave in this idea of moving the obstacles out way before your client ever comes to a point of saying yes or no to your program. And when we stack up these things over the first 90 days, and we say for 90 days we're going to focus on leadership, and for 90 days we're going to have a component in there where you're going to learn to master manifestation, and for 90 days you're going to set up a foundation in your business. It's extraordinarily powerful, and that's why I often use the word accelerator when I talk about the influence program, because it will accelerate your business. Now, how do we get all of that done? And there's several ways that we look to do that. There are a chance for in-person trainings with me directly, where we'll all be in a webinar together and be able to workshop out some of this stuff directly. We're going to have open office meetings where I can look through your documents and look through what you're working on, and say, what's possible here. Some of you are going to come in as VIPs, and we'll do intensive strategy sessions and you'll work with me on a truly hybrid experience, going through the trainings that are in the influence group, but making sure that every single step is customized to you. And whether you do that in a private one-on-one, or whether you do that one-on-one in a group setting, that option is available for you. And how do you know that you'll have success? The people that have gone through influence in the past, because this is the 7th time now that we're running through it, and maybe by the time that you watch this video, we'll be on the 8th, 9th, and 10th time, but at the time of recording, we're launching it for the 7th time. And I have seen multiple people, tens and tens of people, who have moved into 10,000 and 20K businesses per month already by the end of the 90 days. Whatever level that you are at now, you will go up to the next level of impact, or 2 levels by the end of that first 90 days. And so for many of you, you will be taking a business that has kind of hummed along, and you will see a sharp acceleration both in your visibility as well as the way that you make impact, and then of course in your bank account as well. So, and that's really, really important, because that's how we know that what's happening inside of influence is actually working. And over the next little while, I'm going to be putting even more testimonials out. Those of you who follow me for a little while, you know that if you scroll back through my own page, you'll see where I post the testimonials from clients who have already gone through, where they've said, wow, 2 out of 3 people just said yes to my offer. Or Beverly, I just hit 10K, I just hit 20K, and of course I do have clients that are hitting multiple 6-figure months and quarters now. So, and it looks like this year I'll have my first 7-figure clients moving across. And it's, for some of you listening to this, that could still be you this year, because we're just going into 2nd quarter at the time of this recording. So I want to really encourage you to think through and say, I know that as I've hummed and drummed along, I've been a little bit discouraged, but that does not mean I wasn't supposed to build this. And it doesn't mean my vision is wrong. It merely means that I haven't removed the right obstacles yet, and I haven't implemented the right strategies yet. And you're probably already thinking, oh yeah, that's probably in leadership. Oh yeah, that's probably in manifestation. Oh yeah, that's I'm probably missing a business strategy. And those, we're going to be hitting all of that as quickly as we can and as quickly as works for you so that we can remediate it right away. Something that's really important for you to know. Influence will run about 12 weeks, but you will be staying in the group. Nobody gets booted out at the end of it. So you can rerun through those courses and say, I need to listen to that sales workshop again. I need to listen to that DM conversation workshop again. I need to get in there and really fine tune my irresistible offer again as I'm launching maybe another product. Or I need to go through and see how I'm going to set up a funnel that feels like ease, where it moves from to hello to how are you to how I can help you to let's work together. And so, yes, we're going to start with 90-day accelerator that you can go through as comfortably as small step by small step or by giant leap at your will as you go through those first 90 days. And then you're going to be able to stay and repeat the part. So I hope that has always been something that's really important to me, because I know that once I implement something, then I realize, oh, there's a bump there that I need to fix. And I like to go back and see the information and do it again. So how will we be doing it? The live trainings, the recorded trainings, the workbook, and and that opportunity in the group to work with each other and get direct feedback from those who are in the group. So a little bit about me. I've already mentioned that I've been in business for more than 3 decades right now. Some of those businesses didn't go so well. Other businesses went better. But for every win, there was a learn. And for every learn, there was a win. And so, now I get to be in here. It's been 25 years now since I worked with my very first client who was moving their face-to-face business online. And the time has passed so quickly. When I added up that time recently, I couldn't even believe that it's been that long, because I still tend to think of the internet as being new, because it wasn't around when I was in high school. But really, honestly, it's been around a long enough time that it's reasonable for all of us to be able to use it to make impact, and more than a couple of decades of experience online. And there isn't anything that I'd rather do right now than help you walk through your business and get it running at an even greater level. So absolutely thrilled that you're here. I am hoping right now that you've taken some of the tips that we've put through in here and implementing them right away. Look at your own leadership. Look at your own manifestation. Look at the way your business is making impact and bank. And then click below. There'll be a little bit more information written. Or send me a quick message. Beverly, I'd like to think that influence would work for me, but this wasn't answered. Reach out to me and find out that information. And absolutely hoping that I'll have the opportunity to serve you and connect with you and help make your vision even more of a reality. So thanks for being here, and we'll talk again very, very soon.